Hernando de Soto. First Florida man. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Better late than never. That's what I say. How's everybody doing tonight? Um, sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. Uh, in additional to the to the several hours that I'm late, I'm sorry that I'm late a few minutes. I I don't know if y'all saw the Patriot Jam live stream yesterday, but that was my camera equipment we were using. So I got home and I'm like, I'm going to fire up the live stream and do my show, and then realize that all of this was in this bag. It was in this bag. It was not set up. So oh, did I have a weekend, y'all? Did I have a weekend or what? Let's see who's here. It was a great weekend, by the way. Good to see you, Linda and Yo Mama, Mr. Zed. Let me turn off my ringer on my phone. It's a little crazy. And then I was trying to get everything set up. And so yesterday, well, day before yesterday. So we're at the event venue. We did this thing called Patriot Jam, and it was a bunch of music artists. It was like a music festival in Nashville, and I was part of the crew that helped put it on. Um, and I was in charge of like the visual stuff. So the live stream that they did, and I took a bunch of pictures. I have good cameras, so I took a bunch of I have good photo equipment. So I took photos and videos and did the live stream. So day before yesterday, we were able to get into the event space about 5 o'clock and start setting up for the event that happened on Saturday. So I'm trying to get the live stream equipment set up, and I realize now I stream with a Canon EOS Rebel 7. Now, in order to do that, you have to have you can stream on a battery, but it lasts like 30 minutes, right? So you have to have a source of power going to it. I did not bring my source of power that I plug into here because I thought there was going to be one there. So we didn't have that. So Mr. Zed and I, everyone's setting up the space. He and I saw all of Nashville yesterday because not only did we take my niece shopping. She lives in Nashville now. So we took her shopping in the morning, and then we get to the event space and I'm like, I need a power supply for a Canon EOS set, like a very, very specific piece of equipment that you can't just go to Walmart to get. You see what I'm saying? So I'm Googling where I can get this. They had one at a Best Buy. So we drive to Best Buy, 30 minutes away. We get there, they're like, "You're at the wrong Best Buy. It's actually at this other Best Buy in like Brentwood or something." I don't even know. So we go to this other Best Buy, get there 15 minutes before they close, get the correct equipment. I go back, get everything set up, and it's not working, you guys. It's not working at all. So it was like a panic. We finally get it working the night before the festival, and everything's set up. We lock up, we go home to an Airbnb, but we go sleep the night, go back the next day. The thing is supposed to start at 2. Nothing is working. Again, it's cutting on, it looks great, and then the screen just freezes, like the live stream. And this event was mainly online. There was people there. It was like $10 at the door, whatever. But it was a small venue. So the main thing, it was like 1,000 people online that we were putting this event on for. So if the live stream's not working, and that's my job, like I'm not doing my job correctly. So we end up. I think a miracle happened. Honestly, I think a miracle happened because my friend Steven, who you've seen on my show before, he was the main person putting this event on. I helped him. I was part of his team. I'm telling him all the stuff. I tried to get it to work, and we're streaming on his laptop. So he and I are together trying to get this to work. And at one point, he's like, just stop, take a breath, let's pray. And we did. And almost immediately, everything started working like 5 minutes before the thing was supposed to start. It was literally a miracle happened. Anyway, enough about that. If you like good music, please go to the Patriot Jam YouTube page. Go back and watch the live stream. Iggy and the Shadow Band played, and that is who does my intro and outro music. So if you like my intro and outro music, they did Brain Fog live yesterday. It was amazing. We had a fog machine and everything. It was pretty cool. I might clip that part of it and put it up on my channel. I think all the work I did, I can steal that part of their live stream, right? Anyway, so I was going to stream from the road. I always tell you guys I will turn on the live stream at 4:30 every Sunday, no matter where I am. However, a few hours ago at 4:30, we were driving through the mountains in a rainstorm, and not only was the signal in and out, but I don't think Mr. Zed needed to be distracted by me live streaming um, while he's trying to drive through the mountains in a rainstorm. It was a little sketchy. Little bit sketchy. But we're here now and we're doing it. We're doing it live. All right, all of that to say this. I have a few stories pulled up. The one thing I was going to do, remember when I was in Gatlinburg a couple of months ago and I told you a story just walking around the streets? I have one of those in my head that I want to tell you about Nashville because that's where I was. That's where I thought I'd be telling you the story from, not from here. By the way, Zena's here, everybody. I missed her very much. I've been away since Thursday. She missed me too. Look at how she's just staring at me. Hi, Zena. Do you want a cookie, Zena? Do you want a cookie? I'm going to give her a cookie to start off the show. Zena gets a cookie to start with, and then I'll get into some of these stories. So I was looking for a good Nashville story to tell you guys over the last week or so. And I was going to tell you, remember on Christmas a few years ago when that guy drove that camper into downtown Nashville with a bomb in it and blew himself up next to the AT&T building, and everybody lost their internet on their phone for like, I don't even know how long, a few days. I was going to tell you that story. Here's Zena. But I just told you that story, and that's basically all the information I have about it. So it would have been a really quick stream if I went with that. So I found another story. The Nashville thing, I think that guy, he thought that 5G was taking over the world or causing COVID or something. That's about it. And he blew himself up. So we didn't even get like a manifesto or anything. Like we don't know, other than he had written some stuff online about 5G causing COVID, which is a little crazy. But other than that, we don't have any other reasons why. I do know that because I did look into it because I was going to tell you guys about it. I guess I am telling you guys about it. But he had property. He had a couple of different properties, and before he did that, he gave away his properties to a woman who he wasn't of blood relation to this woman, but it was his ex-girlfriend's daughter. So I think he was in this person's life as a father figure, and he like signed over his properties for like $1. His, I don't know how much properties are. I mean, I don't know how much his properties are worth. But he signed them over to her for nothing, basically, before he blew himself up. So, yo mama, you've never heard that story? Really? You'll have to look into it. Just look up Nashville Christmas bombing. It happened in 2020, I think, or 2021. Very interesting. So the story I did want to tell you, and I actually took written notes because I thought I did my notes on my drive up there. And I thought I was going to be in the car. Look at how messy my handwriting is. Can you guys see that? I could have been a doctor. Anyway, so dude's name. This is my Nashville story. It's a serial killer that I had never heard of until I started looking into it. His name is Paul Dennis Reed. They always get 3 names, you guys. They always get 3 names. This guy, my video is choppy. Thanks, Ed. I can't mess with it anymore right now. I'm sorry. If it's unwatchable, let me know and I'll switch the Xena cam with my cam and Xena just won't be on camera. But if it's livable, we'll just we'll go with it and I'll just be choppy. I actually look a little bit better when I'm blurry, so maybe I can be blurry. Anyway, Paul Dennis Reed. 3 names. He was born on November 12th, and of 1957. So this happens in the 90s, and he goes by. They always give them the fun names, not fun, but they like the media always gives these serial killers names. He was called the fast food killer, hence the thumbnail with the fast food restaurants. So this all kicks off. First of all, he was in jail or prison for committing a sexual assault, but they let him out early. How many of these stories do we have where the person who's the bad guy is out of jail and they shouldn't have been? Like he should have still been in prison for this sexual assault that he committed. I think it was in Texas. This all is basically from my brain, so bear with me. He February 16th, 1997, he goes into a Captain D's restaurant on Lebanon Road in Nashville, Tennessee. And this is before the restaurant opened. So there's two people there. A 25-year-old who was the manager, a man who's 25 years old, and I believe his name was Steve, but Steve and Sarah. So Steve Hampton was 25 and Sarah Jackson was 16 years old. So a 16-year-old girl's there and this 25-year-old. He ends up communicating with the man standing in like the doorway of the restaurant, and there's a witness that sees him standing with like a piece of paper in his hand at the door. And this woman who drove by got a good enough description of him that she knew that he was taller than the guy that was standing in the door. I don't understand driving past a place where nothing out of the ordinary is going on necessarily. You just see two people standing in a doorway talking, and you can remember when we just drove into the our area that we live in, I don't know, 40 minutes ago, and there's a gas station that we pass. I couldn't tell you what color the car is that was pumping gas at the time. I couldn't tell you that. This was 45 minutes ago. This woman remembers the guy was on foot. He walked up. He had a piece of paper in his hand. He was taller than Steve, who was standing in the doorway. I don't know how people remember that stuff. I think maybe I just don't pay attention, right? Anyway, so it's 5:45 a.m. A witness saw how the employee speaking to a man at the door. The man had a piece of paper in his hand. He's slightly taller than the male employee. At 11 a.m., another employee is supposed to get there. They're supposed to open. This is Captain D's. They're supposed to open at 11 a.m. So the opening crew by 11 is supposed to have done all the opening things, whatever they do at a Captain D's. And then the other kid's shift is supposed to start at 11. He gets there, the doors are all locked. He's like, what the heck? I can't get into work. So he calls another employee, not one that was there that day, like a fourth person whose dad happened to be a cop. And this teenager tells his dad, like, yeah, my coworker can't get in. He's supposed to start at 11. I'm not sure what to do. So the dad, who's also a Nashville police officer, says, well, we're going to go over there and find out what's going on. So by noon, so that call was made at 11 to the kid whose dad is a cop. At noon, the cops get there and they go in to they like break in, I guess. However, cops have ways to get in. I'm not sure. And in the cooler of the restaurant is Steve Hampton, who's 25 years old, and Sarah Jackson, who's the 16-year-old girl. They had been shot and stabbed, and $7,000, $7K was stolen, along with Steve's wallet. This is going to be important later, Steve's wallet. Steve's the manager, don't forget. So other than that, they don't have a lot of, there's not a lot of evidence around, right? There's one single shoe print, so they can figure out, I guess, like how big the guy's feet are. If he was wearing a lot of people who commit crimes will wear like a different size shoe just to throw off the cops or whatever. Paul Reed didn't do that, but so there's one shoe print. That's the only evidence left in the restaurant. No fingerprints or anything. So he must have been like wearing gloves. Anyway, so then that was in February. That was February 16th. So now we're March 23rd, 1997. So like a month later. And there's a McDonald's on Lebanon Road. So very close. The Captain D's was also on Lebanon Road in Nashville. So it's like 3 or 4 miles away. This is 1997. So like 3 or 4 miles away on the same road, there's a McDonald's, and there's 4 employees this time. Reed goes in there. He approaches the employees as they were at closing. They were exiting the store at closing. He forces all 4 employees back into the place, and the police get a 911 call from a guy who is losing consciousness. They can hear it on the phone, and he's saying, "Please help, please send help." And that's like the only words he can get out. Heartbreaking, right? Um, the police end up like doing their fancy police stuff, figuring out where the call was coming from. And they go to the McDonald's and they find 4 people now in the cooler. Or they were in a closet, actually. They weren't in a cooler. It's all coming back to me. $3,000 is gone. All 4 of these people are shot and stabbed. Jose Gonzalez is the guy who called the 911 as he was losing consciousness. He was stabbed 17 times. A miracle happened because not a single one of those 17 stab wounds hit any major organs. I'm not sure how that happens, but he ends up living. There was another girl that was there, a 17-year-old named Andrea. She was also alive when they got there, but unfortunately, she was taken to the hospital, and her family, she was pronounced brain dead the next day, and her family took her off life support. But her family, there's this news article that I saw that said that she had talked about when she got her driver's license the year before, wanting to be an organ donor, and most of her organs were able to be donated to save other people's lives, which I thought was a touching story. Like, she actually thought about it and had expressed that she wanted to donate her organs, and they were able to make that happen. There was a 27-year-old named Ronald who did pass away, and then hold on, there was one more person. Oh, Robert. There was a gentleman named Robert there that also passed away. I don't have an age on Robert for some reason. So Jose lives, and he ends up regaining consciousness, and he's able to tell the police what happened. I'm just going to read this directly from here. Reed attempted to shoot Jose, but his weapon failed. That's why he ended up getting stabbed 17 times. Jose Gonzalez, took the opportunity to fight back, but was overpowered after being stabbed with a knife that Reed had been carrying. Reed then stole $3,000 from the cash register and fled. Upon hearing the door shut, Gonzalez crawled to the phone and dialed 911. He's a hero, man. Hold on one second. Okay. Sorry, I had to sneeze. So now April. So another month later. So we started in February at the Captain D's. Then in March, we were at McDonald's. Now we're at Baskin Robbins. Delicious. So on April 23rd, 1997, there's a kid who is sent to the Baskin Robbins to pick up his teenage sister from after work. So he goes there and he's waiting in the parking lot for her to come out, and she's not coming out. So he's like, this is weird. I'm going to go check it out. So he walks up to the door. The door's locked. Or no, the door wasn't locked. He goes in, doesn't see anybody, and like calls, "Hey, anybody here?" Nobody's answering. So he leaves and ends up calling the police. They go there, and the police get there, and Angela Holmes, who's a 21-year-old, and Michelle Mace, who's the kid's sister, they're just gone. They're not there at all. Not in the freezer, not in the closet. They're just gone. The very next day at Dunbar Cave State Park, there's a fisherman, and they found the bodies of the 2 women from the Baskin Robbins in like next to the water in the woods. Then their throats had been cut and they were sexually assaulted. So, in the meantime, they figure out that it is Reed, and here's how. So remember how I told you you took Steven's wallet from the Captain D's? On the side of a road, like several miles away, like in the median of a road, there's a wallet and somebody finds it and they call the police and say, "Hey, there's a wallet," instead of touching it and stuff, which is great news because on the Blockbuster card, they find a random thumbprint, and that random thumbprint matches, you guessed it, Paul Reed. So they know who the guy is. He was in jail before, he's in prison before, so they have his prints on file. Amazing. They figure out who they're looking for. They don't know where he is, but they know who they're looking for now. Great news. Now, Paul Reed, not a smart fellow. I can say that. He had worked at, did I write down the place that he worked? I didn't. It was a restaurant job, but it was like, I want to say it was like a Chili's or an Applebee's or something like that, right? Mr. Sed's letting you guys know what a Blockbuster card is. Does anybody not know what a Blockbuster card is? I hope you do. If not, Google it, I guess. You just need it to rent videos, right? So he gets fired from this restaurant. And he gets fired because he was a dishwasher at this restaurant and he threw dishes at another employee and ends up getting fired. So he goes to his boss's house, like his home where his wife and children are, knocks on the door, and is talking about wanting to get his job back. Like, not only am I not giving you your job back because you threw dishes at another employee, but I'm not giving your job back if you show up at my door. That's for sure. It's for dang sure. This guy's the boss's wife is in the house saying, "Hey, you need to get rid of this guy. He's scary. I don't want this guy at my house," right? And so he goes outside on the front porch to talk to him. And Reed tells this guy, he's like, "Hey, if I can show you how your employees are stealing from you, will you give me my job back?" And he's like, "Well, what are you talking about?" And Reed's like, "Come to my car and I'll show you. I'll show you evidence that your employees are stealing from you." So they walk around to the back of Reed's car, and it's a red car. I guess this is important too. It's a red car. Also, a red car was seen at the other locations when the murders are happening at the McDonald's and the Baskin Robbins and stuff. Not at the first one. He had bought the car after the February murders and before the other two. Um, I gotta catch my breath, and it's so hard. I usually have such extensive notes in front of me when I'm doing this, guys. You have no idea what goes into an overruled episode. This ain't it. That's why this is a Crimeland episode, because this ain't it. But I wanted to tell you guys a Nashville story, right? So he's at the trunk of Reed's car, the boss, and he opens the thing and there's boxes of steaks in the back of his car. And he's like, "Okay, Dennis, we'll talk about this on Monday." He's like, "I can't hire you back on the spot. We have to talk to HR. We'll see what we can do, but we'll talk about it on Monday." And he said, "No, we're going to talk about it now." And he puts handcuffs on the guy. And the boss immediately like whips around and runs into his house, shuts the door behind him. Like Reed's pushing in the door as the guy's trying to like push his back up against the door. And this gentleman, super smart, but says, "Hey, honey, get the gun. It's in the living room. Get the gun and hand it to me." Reed hears this and he takes off. He's out of here. And turns out he doesn't even own a gun. He doesn't own a gun at all. Never has. Never owned a gun at all. But it was the right thing to say at the right time because Reed heard that "get the gun" part and like is like, "I'm out of here." He ends up calling the police. Obviously, the police come over to take the report, all of that stuff. And As the police are in his house, the phone rings. It's Reed wanting to talk about getting his job back again after he just handcuffed his boss. And the boss dude is like, I don't want to talk to this guy. He's like making faces at the police, and the police are like writing down, like, get him to come over, right now. He does. He ends up going back to his boss's house. Obviously, the police are there. They catch him. They have all the evidence that ties it together. They put him on trial in Tennessee. He gets the death penalty. I think it was 4 death penalties, actually. I want to say. I might be confusing this with the other case that I'm researching right now, which is the Olympic bomber. I know he did get the death sentence, but I don't remember how many. I know the Olympic bomber got 4, and I might be thinking that. Anyway, he went to prison for the rest of his life. He ended up dying of pneumonia because they draw the stuff out so long. So he ended up dying of pneumonia in 2013. But that's the story of a serial killer that I hadn't heard of before, like a couple of days ago. So I thought it was pretty interesting. Let's get on to the Crimeland stuff. Here's an interesting story. 2 former cruise ship employees arrested for child pornography while docked in New Orleans. I saw this story today while we were driving, and Mr. Zed and I had a long discussion, not about child pornography, obviously, but about how the police found, or the feds, I guess, found this pornography. We'll get into it in a second, but let me read you the article first. So, at least 2 former employees of cruise ships docked at the port of New Orleans have been charged in Louisiana federal court for possessing child pornography while aboard their respective ships. Authorities secured arrest warrants for Abdul Ruvoof of India and Reza Hetta of Indonesia after they got off 2 different Carnival Cruise Line ships in New Orleans July 14th. According to documents authorities filed in federal court, Abdul Ruvoof Shaikh is his full name. I'm like, who's Shaikh? Shaikh booked on counts of transportation and distribution of child pornography, was searched and interviewed by Homeland Security agents after he exited the Liberty Carnival ship. Shaikh told authorities that his friend from Indonesia put him in a group chat where people share this sort of stuff. The court records say it wasn't clear whether Shaikh was referring to Reza Hetta. So Reza Hetta was booked on counts of transportation and possession of child pornography when he got off the Carnival Valor in New Orleans. So basically the way this goes is somebody tipped off. So the first guy is an Indian dude and the other guy is an Indonesian dude. We're just going to refer to them like that because I can't pronounce their names. My bad. I'm American. I'm sorry. But first dude, somebody tips off the authorities that he's got some CP on his phone, so you need to check that out. So he goes through customs and they search his phone and he gets arrested and he's like, oh, this other dude on the other Carnival ship, the Indonesian guy, put me in a Telegram chat where people are sharing this stuff. So that's how the other dude gets arrested. Here's where the discussion came in. I didn't know that there was a tip off before the first dude was arrested. And Mr. Zed was saying, hey, how did they know, or how did they see what was in his phone? And I said, well, if you're going through customs and you're not an American citizen, they search your electronics, or they can search your electronics, right? And he's like, no, they can't because of the 4th Amendment. And I'm like, but they're not American citizens. So do they have the 4th Amendment? Which apparently they do. My bad. I was incorrect. And he was saying how they can't search the electronics, but they can because there's some sort of loophole that if you're coming through customs, whether you're an American citizen or not, They can search your electronics, your phone, your laptop, your iPad, all of the things the customs agents can have access to, which I think is insane that there's a loophole for the Fourth Amendment just if you're coming through customs. I could see if you're a non-American trying to come into the country, like, well, we got to check you out because we don't know you. But if you're an American citizen, I don't think you should have to give up your Fourth Amendment right to travel abroad. Now, thank goodness these guys got caught and they're, dealing with it. But that was the discussion in the car. Let me know what you think. Do you think that's cool that they can just search your electronics? I didn't know that they could do that. I know when I was going to Cuba and I was going through the customs in Cuba, they had searched me and knew my like online name and stuff like that. Like, obviously, I was traveling with my passport with my legal government name on it, and my legal government name is not Katie Zed, like KTZED. That's not like so, but they knew that that was somehow attached to me, which was interesting. I don't know how they knew that, but I was thinking, well, I'm not a citizen of Cuba, so like they can search, like, I'm asking to come into your country, so anyway. Next story. Oh, here's another Nashville story. I should have led with this one. Another Nashville story. Confronting the hate. Phil Williams tells neo-Nazis, when I look at you guys, I do not think master race. Probably true. Let's watch this video. Yeah, these guys look like losers to me, honestly. By the way, this was not my group that I was with in Nashville. This happened a couple of weeks ago.
Tonight at 6, confronting hate. You've seen them all across the city. Now we're showing you the hypocrisy and the ignorance behind the neo-Nazis who've stirred up controversy this week here in Middle Tennessee. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rory Johnston. After the hate group showed itself, even disrupting a Metro Council meeting, News Channel 5 Chief Investigative Reporter Phil Williams decided it was time for them to answer some questions. Phil, you discovered some of these characters have, not surprisingly to me, skeletons in the closet, right?
That's right. And one of the things...
You think? I'm sure they all have been arrested for something. It's like, it happens over and over and over again where you find people like this or, like the auditor, First Amendment auditor people, they all have records, every single one of them. It's crazy. So I'm sure these guys do too. I don't know. Did they say what hate group this is? I don't know what group this is, but I did see like swastikas and stuff. So that's not cool.
Things that I wanted to know is what a lot of you have been asking. Why Nashville? But I also wanted to look hate in the eyes and show just how ignorant they really are.
Hitler was right! Hitler was right!
For days, out-of-state neo-Nazis have made a scene on the streets of Nashville with their symbols of hate and vile words. Here, berating a lesbian mom who had just left a downtown restaurant, reducing her young daughter to tears. Here, assaulting a bartender who had
Okay, I'm not blaming the victim here, but I am a little bit. If I'm somewhere with my child, I'm not confronting these people. Why is she confronting these people with her child with her? I don't understand it. Like, and that does sound like victim blaming, and it is a little bit, but protect your children at all costs. Go across the street, walk the other direction. Don't confront them. Yeah, they're trying to piss you off. They're trying to cause a reaction, and you're giving it to them. Don't give it to them, man. Just don't give it to them. Walk away.
Confronted the group.
Sig Heil! Sig Heil!
No.
And here, bringing their venom.
That's not Patriot Front. Patriot Front have like a Major Victory saying it's probably Patriot Front, but Patriot Front, aren't they the ones that wear like the khakis and the navy blue polo? Like they have a uniform. So I don't think this is Patriot Front. It might be. I could be wrong. I'm not hip on all the neo-Nazi groups as probably some people think I am, but I'm not. I promise. I'm not hip on all the neo-Nazi groups in the United States. But I know Patriot Front, whenever you see them, they're wearing like khakis and matching shirts,
To the West End Synagogue.
How much do you think the Jews are paying this guy? Let's throw out some numbers.
That guy looks
Thursday,
familiar,
they
though.
returned to the...
Doesn't this guy look familiar? I know I've seen him. I think he did a demonstration on a bridge here in Atlanta one time, and Laura Loomer was there talking to him. I think this is the same guy. I could be wrong. Do you guys remember that video?
Historic Metro Courthouse repeatedly challenging officers just doing their jobs. There on what is now the Diane Nash Plaza, named after the civil rights legend who came here to confront a Nashville mayor and a community's racism, we decided to confront the hate that has once again reared its ugly head.
You ready to debunk the flyers? I told you I'd stop being a Nazi. What's your thoughts about you lying in the media?
Yeah, I'm curious. Why Nashville? Why did you guys choose Nashville?
The only place that respects freedom of speech.
Yeah, this state actually respects freedom of speech, but communist Jews like yourself don't.
John
Yikes.
Minadeo, a Californian who moved to Florida, leads the Goyim Defense League, which goes around the country trying to create
Yeah,
scenes
that's
that
it.
they
Was
hope
that
will
them on
bring
the
them
bridge?
attention and followers.
Hold on, where's
One
my
of their
mouse?
favorite tropes, falsely accusing
I
Jews
think-
of being pedophiles.
I think that might have been the bridge thing that I was talking about. Is that in Atlanta? That's not in Atlanta. But I think they did the same thing on a bridge here in Atlanta one time.
Trying to create scenes that they
But
hope
look,
will bring them attention.
There's like 5 of them. Like I don't think it's a huge issue in our country. I think that they're just loud. There's like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 of them. A whole whopping 11 people. It's not that serious. Just ignore them, walk away. If they don't get a reaction, they go away. Nobody agrees with them. I mean, on everything.
Followers, one of their favorite tropes, falsely accusing Jews of being pedophiles.
You really dislike pedophiles, don't you?
Yeah,
Who
do you
doesn't?
like this? Wait, get a shot. Get a shot.
Well,
Do you like
I
pedophiles?
have a photo of you with a pedophile right
Oh, yeah, you
there.
got kicked out of our group.
That's Minadeo on the left, and on the right, a member of his group, Jesse Shank, who was busted 3 years ago when he tried to meet up with someone he thought was a 14-year-old girl for sex.
One of your own group was a pedophile.
No, he wasn't. He got set up by police, and he got kicked out of the group.
He tried to have sex with a
He got kicked out of the
14-year-old
group.
girl.
He got kicked out of the group once we found out. Day of.
So he's
Day
not.
of.
He's not.
So was he set up by the police? If he was set up by the police, why did you kick him out of your group? It can't be both. Like either he was set up by the police and then he would still be in your group, because why would you kick somebody out for being set up by the police? Or he was a pedophile and then you kicked him out.
One of the
So what
guys
are you
wearing
doing?
a
What are you
mask.
doing?
It was not a question that Minadeo wanted to answer.
Pedophile protector. Pedophile protector. Pedophile protector. Pedophile protector.
There's you with the
Pedophile
pedophile.
protector. Pedophile protector.
In fact, this tactic, resorting to yelling as a diversion, would play out again and again as we attempted to confront the group with facts about the lies they tell their followers.
So you have a problem with Jews in general, then?
Yes, I do.
So you think the COVID agenda
Debunk
is Jewish?
it. Let's go.
In fact, the men who led the nation's COVID response, Drs. Francis Collins and Anthony Fauci, are both Catholic.
Dr. Fauci was Catholic. Dr. Fauci wasn't Jewish.
I didn't say he was.
You said the COVID agenda is Jewish. Dr.
Look at all
Fauci
the
was
names.
Catholic.
No. Go through the names.
Minadeo, it seems, doesn't like any facts that don't fit his narrative. For example, this claim that, quote, every single aspect of the Biden administration is Jewish.
The vice president is Baptist.
Okay.
The secretary,
80%.
the
80%
secretary,
Jewish.
You said every aspect.
I said 80%.
Okay, well,
that's
how
a
about
2% minority.
Well, the
2%
Secretary of Defense
minority.
is Catholic.
2% minority.
Secretary of
2% minority.
Interior is Catholic. Secretary
2%
of
minority.
Agriculture.
80%. 2%
Secretary
minority.
of Commerce is
80%.
Catholic. Secretary of
2%
Health is
minority,
Catholic.
80%.
Secretary of Transportation is Episcopalian. Secretary of Energy is
Okay, next
Catholic.
flyer, let's go.
Secretary of Education is Catholic. Secretary
okay.
of Veterans
This guy's a
Affairs
liar.
is Catholic.
Over and over, it became clear that these are people who are blind to any facts that don't confirm their hate.
How many of you guys have criminal records?
What's your criminal record? Catching kids?
Not surprisingly, there are quite a few arrests among these characters. Minadeo spent a month in jail last year after authorities in Florida got fed up with the group littering their neighborhoods with its hate messages. Others we discovered also have a variety of criminal charges on.
Come on, news guy. Like, okay, I am on the news guy side, but you're going to bring up he has a record for littering? For littering is what his criminal record is for. Like, just leave that one out of it and tell us about the pedophiles in the group or whatever other crimes he's about to go into. But Why would you bring up the littering charge? That's dumb.
Their records.
Can I be
You're
honest with you
ugly.
guys?
You're a loser, scumbag.
When I look at you guys, I do not think Esther
You
race.
look like what race are you,
Time
bag?
is coming to its end.
In fact, what I saw was a group of wounded, angry men who've never accomplished much in their own lives, looking for someone else to blame.
Worse than the Jews.
I really feel sorry for you guys.
I don't give a my sorry for. You're gonna grave soon, you dumb sellout boomer.
You boomer.
It's kind of tough to watch. Phil, they got right in your face there.
That's
you
right.
stood your ground, tried to be reasonable. I mean, but it was a little tense. What was going through your head?
Well, honestly, I think my overriding feeling was sadness. These are really pathetic human beings, and they just don't seem to recognize it. Frankly, I think that's how most of Nashville and Middle Tennessee views them as well.
Yeah, just so angry
and
at the world. you
And
know?
sad.
Very
Phil,
sad.
thank you.
All right, next story. I just included that one because it was Nashville. Okay, we're gonna do a video just because I'm kind of tired of talking. So let's do this. This I saw actually Society Red, who was in the chat. I'm not sure if you're still here, but he sent me a video and this one auto played after it. So I'm gonna play this one and then we'll go to the one that you sent me. We'll do that next. Society Red. This guy this guy does a hit and run, and some of the gems, the quotes that come out of his mouth are hilarious. He says, what was the cops say something about you're under arrest, and he's like, I'm under arrested. I'm like, yes, you're under arrested. So something along those lines. I'm not sure if I'm getting the verbiage exactly correct, but I was laughing when I was watching this one.
Fled the scene after he blasted into another car.
You okay? You have your ID with you? Who hit you? Can you get out of the car? I know, buddy. Let's talk outside the car over here, okay? Can you exit the car so I can hear you? Turn it off, please. There you go. And come meet me back here.
But am I gonna get trouble for somebody hitting my...
Buddy, I can't even hear you. Can you just meet me back here? What's your first name? Dakota. Dakota, please come over here, okay?
No, I'm not going to because somebody hit my car.
And we'll talk about that. Please come out of the car.
I'm just saying, somebody hit my car.
Did you leave?
I'm just saying, I just left the golf course and somebody hit my... No,
Where did that happen?
Not okay.
I'm taking your
That's
keys.
not
Where did
okay.
that happen?
That's not okay.
Where?
I would like to have my keys in my cup holder because that's not
That's
okay
not
for
happening.
you to take my car.
That's not happening. Step out the car, right, Dakota?
No, that's not okay. I'm saying that somebody hit my car.
Who are you on the
and you're
phone with?
taking my car.
Who are you on the phone with?
I'm on my phone with my mother because that's not okay for you to take my keys out of my car.
I'm sure your mother would want you to step out of the car right now and be cooperative.
That's not okay because you can ask her right now and she would say that's not okay for you to take my keys out of my car.
Dakota?
Cody, put the officer online, please.
Hi, how are you?
Son, hi. My son is saying his car got hit in the parking lot where he was golfing.
Ma'am, the likelihood of that happening is very low. There's heavy front end damage. His airbags went off. We have multiple people saying he rear-ended another car and then left the scene.
No, that's what he's saying.
Where is the other car?
The other car got rear-ended and can't move. He drove several miles before he stopped. So we're going to deal with him, and we'll keep you in the loop.
Okay, I need to know where you're at. I live in Elgin. I need to come there.
Okay, we're at Burlington Road and McDonald Road.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Dakota, what really happened, man?
Somebody hit me.
Where?
Where? I was coming just from if I can give my phone back, I will tell you the address that I just got hit on. Because I'm literally...
I was not muted, by the way. I just turned my camera off. I left the microphone on the whole time. So don't pull that Katie was muted thing. Xena gets no extra treats without super chats. I'm going to make sure I stay unmuted the whole time. So if you want to see Xena get a treat, you know what to do.
Literally on my way to my brother's because I'm watching his puppies.
What street did they hit you on?
Sir, I can't tell you because I'm on a golf course.
You're on a golf course?
I was on a golf course. You're not looking at the phone because
Dakota, besides the injuries on your hands, are you okay?
To be fair, I listen to my mom more than the cops too, so I get it. But my mom would tell me, what are you doing? Get out of the car if they tell you to get out of the car. What are you doing?
Okay. The fire department's here because your airbags went off.
Here's the thing. I'm upset because you're worried more about where I am, more about where somebody just hit me, where my new car was.
Do you see his airbag deployed right here? His airbag is out of his steering wheel right now. Also, I haven't seen his face yet, but it looks like a grown man. Why is he asking his mom anyway?
And I'm upset.
So is there any reason on video it would look like you struck another car?
I need to speak with a supervisor because right now you're suspecting me?
Absolutely, I'm suspecting you of rear-ending another car.
No, that's not possible.
How is that not possible?
Not possible.
Why that's not possible? Because my car did not just get rear-ended.
Dakota, how much have you had to drink today?
I did not have any.
I can smell it. Where were you
I did not have anything to drink today, officer.
playing golf today? Where were you playing golf today?
If I can get my GPS at, I will tell you.
Do you remember what town you left?
Ellsburn.
Elburn?
Elburn.
Okay. Do you have your license and insurance with you?
I do have my license. My insurance is on my phone.
Let's start with your license, and then I'll give you back your phone.
Here's the thing. I should not be pulled over right now.
Dakota, please give me your driver's license.
Here's the thing. My car got wrecked by somebody else. And you're telling me that it's my fault for somebody doing something.
You were involved in an accident. I don't want to keep going back and forth with you.
Here's the thing.
I need your driver's license.
You're putting it on me for somebody for an accident when they do it on me.
You're driving down the road with your airbags.
And yet you're blaming it on me because somebody else wanted to do something else. That's funny how you're blaming it on me.
Where's your driver's license?
My driver's license is in my wallet right now.
Take it out of your wallet and give it to me, please.
Okay, but yet, do you have somebody that's a suspect for me?
Yep. I need your driver's license, though.
Do you have it?
Yes.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we do.
No, you don't.
We got another person that was involved in an accident down the road from where you came.
And may I get that?
Yes,
suspect
we'll give you all that information as soon as we get your driver's license. As soon as you give me your driver's license.
I need that right now so that way the insurance can...
He's arguing... This dude's arguing that he will not give his license over until he gets the other driver's information. But that's not how it works when you're doing an accident investigation. The cops will get both the information and then you'll both get reports. You can't, hold your information hostage. It's not a quid pro quo. I'll give you my information if you give me your, you just give the cop your driver's license. You're pulled over right now. You have front end damage to your car. Your airbag is out. Your eyes look like this, I don't understand. This cop is being way too patient for my liking.
We'll get your report. Dakota, I need your driver's license or this is going to go south.
I'm not trying to make it south.
You're making it south when, one, you didn't get out of the car when I asked. Two, I've asked you how many times for your driver's license at this point.
Okay, but do I have the insurance for the other person?
We'll get it. I need your driver's license.
Not yet. Give us your information and your insurance, and then we'll give you theirs.
Dakota.
Is my mom coming on?
Yeah, they're coming out here. Was it just you today? No one else was with you in the car?
Nobody else, just me. But I need the insurance and the
Yep.
driver license.
Yep. You'll get an accident report.
The other incidents, so that way
we'll get an accident report.
I'm just noticing this now. His whole airbag and his window is deployed too. Like his, how they have the curtain the airbag curtain that comes down. That's all. out as well. It's not just the steering wheel airbag. It's the whole thing.
Knows who is going with.
Are you injured at all?
I'm not injured at all, but I need the other insurance, and then I need the other persons who they're contacting with.
Do you want to see the paramedics while they're here?
No, I do not.
Okay, just hold tight, Dakota. No. You can pull up your insurance.
Where you are? No.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
Have fun yet? Yeah. He's getting out.
Perfect. All right, let's go off the side of the road.
No. This is not okay. I asked you for the other person's number and the other person's
And we're working
insurance.
on it. That's not something that happens immediately.
But
Dakota, look at your car. Come here. Look at your car. Your airbags went off, dude. Why didn't you stop where this happened? Come here.
I understand where these are, but my understanding is why did the other person...
The front of his... Did you see it? The front of his car is messed up. Look at this.
We're working on it. That's not something that happens immediately.
But
Dakota, look at your car. Come here. Look at your car. Your airbags went off, dude. Why didn't you stop where this happened? Come here.
I understand where...
Look at the front of his car. All of his airbags are off, and the front of his car is wrecked. Like, totally wrecked.
These are? But my understanding is why did the other person not stop when
What
this
happened? You're kind of talking in circles ever since I started talking with you.
No, I'm not talking
Tell me
in
exactly
circles.
what happened and where it happened.
No, this is not what happened. My understanding is that I need the other person's insurance and the other person's name.
What happened?
In order for me to push this into the insurance company,
Dakota?
because this is how it's going to go.
What happened? Describe the accident.
Describe the accident. I slammed on my brakes. This person slammed on the other brake. This person slammed my other side, as you can see.
Where?
And yet,
Where?
they left.
Where did this happen?
Because you want to see what...
Where?
Okay, you want to describe where, but yet you can't find the other suspect that they're going to right now.
Where?
Where?
Where did this accident happen?
Okay, as you can tell me, sir, I have my GPS, as I tell you. And from 29 minutes away, I literally left the golf course, not even 10 minutes
ago. Do you know what road the accident happened on?
Yes, it happened on North Main Street.
Okay, and
That's
what road was it by?
Which is literally coming from here. As you can see, it clores up to McDonald's.
Okay. I'll be right back with you.
What word was he going for there? It clores up from McDonald's is the sentence he said. I'm not even sure what he was going for there.
Try to stay by your car. Can you watch it for me? He appears highly intoxicated. All right, yeah, just touch base with me in a bit. All right, thanks, bye.
Yeah, these officers are telling me that I caused an accident when I rear-ended me and wanted to say that it's my fault.
How is he saying he's got rear-ended when there's front-end damage to his car and no damage on his rear end at all? How is he saying, like, I understand that he's drunk. I get it. But there's no damage to the back of his car. He's like, I got rear-ended. Meanwhile, the whole front of his car is smashed to pieces.
Know that they damaged my car. And right now, they're patrolling me as the suspect that I damaged their car. And I am not happy right now because there's another cop here, there's another cop there, and then there's somebody that pulled me over that are saying that it is my fault. I'm not taking this as accountable because it is not my fault.
Dakota.
Because they're telling me
who is it? I can talk to them.
No.
Who is it?
Because what you're going to do is you're going to tell them that it is my fault, and I'm not taking accountability.
You need to turn it down.
No, I am really mad right now because you guys are blaming it on me when the suspect is already gone and nowhere near scene.
Right now, we're conducting a traffic crash investigation.
No, you guys are deducting that it is my fault when you guys don't even have a suspect down to half a mile.
Will you?
Right now,
are you going to cooperate with us or no?
I am mad.
Are you going to cooperate with us or no?
Am I going to cooperate? first thing first, did you catch the cop? Did you catch the person that's down there?
We have the other car.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
No, you don't.
100%.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
Right now, show me the license plate and address, so
I'm not
I can
showing
tell
you
my
anything
insurance that
until
that's the
you
person
bring
that
it down.
rear-ended me.
Until you bring it down.
You understand that?
You're gonna put me in handcuffs?
If you don't stop.
Okay, well then, first thing first, I'm gonna tell you that you're not gonna be able to put me in handcuffs, and then I'm gonna fight you with that.
You're not fighting.
That is an understatement, Linda. This guy is sloshed. Sloshed.
Say first,
turn around.
you better not put me in that. No.
We're done.
No.
Dakota, you are under arrest.
No. They're telling me that I'm under arrest, and I'm not happy with this.
Give me your hand right now.
Okay, first thing.
Who's happy when they're under arrest? They're telling me I'm under arrest and I'm not happy with it. I am not happy.
First, I'm not happy with this right at all.
Give me your other hand
They're
right now.
They're really under arresting me right now.
That was the quote that cracked me up earlier today when I saw this. They're really under arresting me right now. They are literally under arresting me right now.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Dakota, stop fighting, dude.
Okay, first thing first, this is federal officers did not expect this. You guys are rude for doing this.
You want to check us?
No, I'm literally going to I'm literally count you guys as the person who wanted to drag me into the grass for no reason. This is rude. This is not personal rightness for any. And that's funny that your supervisor is talking to my dad for no reason because they want to make you guys a better person. That's fucked up. So let me talk to my dad.
Stop squirming, bro.
No, let me talk to my dad because you guys are the one that are about ready to put me in jail for no reason. And that's funny. That's funny that you guys want to put me in handcuffs, but yet you guys don't even have the suspect for my car. No, I have a right to talk to my dad. I have a right to talk to my dad. I have a right to talk to my dad. Where is my dad? Where is my dad? Let me talk to my dad because that is my dad. My dad is a federal wall right now.
Stop.
Let me talk to my dad. My phone should be right next to my dad because that is my right. Let me talk to my dad. That's f***ed up. Let me talk to my dad. And you guys are pulling my hair for no reason. Let me talk to my dad.
We'll talk to him when he gets you over the car.
No, let me talk to my dad right now.
That's not happening.
You guys are...
So not only is he a mama's boy, but he is also asking for his dad.
Literally right next to
Dakota,
the police
come on,
officer.
Just walk.
No, you guys...
He's so drunk. It's not even like Cool Clearwater saying he's too old to be he's too drunk is the issue. He's way too drunk. He hit up that golf cart, beer cart 5 too many times while he was playing golf.
Let me talk to my dad right now. This is funny. Right now. This is funny. You guys are f***ing funny. That is what I should be able to. No.
Stand up. Stand up.
No. You guys are literally doing this to me.
Stand up, dude.
Oh, yeah. Come on. What you're doing.
You good, Murph?
Yeah, good.
Hello, this is Detective Benson with the Sheriff's Office. Is this Dakota's mother? All right, well, I was just following up with you. Dakota is under arrest for DUI and leaving the scene of an accident. What happened was
they told on him. They told his mama. The cop called her back. That's great.
saying he was on his way home from golf. He rear-ended another car. His airbags went off. He went into the ditch. He backed out. He drove for probably close to 4 or 5 miles with all of his side airbags off, and then pulled over when I found him and initiated a traffic stop on him. He's okay. He doesn't want to see the ambulance, but his car is wrecked. No, there's absolutely no damage in the back. He rear-ended another car. He plowed into it. Depending on if he cooperates, which he's not right now, he could get out. They don't accept bond after 10:30. If he doesn't cooperate and stalls the process, like the booking process and the arrest process, he'll have to wait till tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. It's totaled. I'm not an adjuster, but side airbags went off, front airbags went off,
Yeah, that
heavy
car's-
front end damage.
Yeah, that car is totaled. Like that, there's no fixing that car.
I would say the insurance company's probably going to total this car. There's severe damage to a minivan that he rear-ended, but that's it. Yeah, no problem. Have a good one. Bye.
Him down.
He's not cooperating, but he's already on his way to the jail. He called someone. I think it was his brother or a buddy that he might have been playing with. That person sounded intoxicated and kind of spun him up, and that's when it went sideways for him.
Oh, I know exactly who the that is. Okay, can I?
Mom's gonna limit who he can be friends with after this incident. I know. She's like, I know exactly who he talked to. I know exactly who the bad influence is. By the way, in my life, number 2 is the bad influence.
You know what his bond will be? Can I come get him now?
You can't now. He likely won't be ready. If he cooperates, he likely won't be ready until 9 o'clock. If he's cooperative at the jail, they'll let him call you. They don't want him there, you know. They'll want someone to come pick him up. So if you just give it maybe 30, 40 minutes and see what happens, okay?
Okay, and I have to ask this as a mother to a son. Can I speak to my child?
No.
I'm just not with him right now. I'm still with his car that he crashed. He's already going to the jail, so unfortunately you can't. But within the next hour or so, I can arrange for him to call you. Okay?
Do me a favor. Tell him I said to cooperate, please.
Okay, we will.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Dakota was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol, resisting, obstructing, and leaving the scene of an accident. He is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
That man is not innocent. Guaranteed. All right, one more video, and then we're probably gonna. I mean, I have some other tabs pulled up. We'll see how I feel. I haven't eaten dinner yet. It's 8:30 right now. So, okay. Society Red sent me this today, and I watched just the very beginning of it, and then I skipped to the next video. And the next video that played was that one we just watched. But this woman is nuts. Nuts. I'm telling you, nuts. What? This lady, I mean, you'll see.
24. Officers responded to a call regarding a woman refusing to pay for her pizza.
Fucking awesome.
Good. Did we get this figured out?
No, I need my boyfriend to pay my bill, and what happened was my phone doesn't have Wi-Fi in there.
Let's take this outside.
Sorry.
I guess.
My dad did 44 years in the NYPD.
Okay.
You can call him.
That doesn't matter.
It does matter. I had money in my account, and now I don't.
How does your dad, being a retired police officer, have, in a different jurisdiction, by the way, not even like they would know this guy, have anything to do with you trying to dine and dash?
He's in charge here.
Okay, I had money in my account, and now I don't.
Okay.
This happens to me all the time. My car broke down. You're like, you can see it.
Well, you need to pay your bill.
I know. I'm gonna make money if I have.
I would like to say that me having money in my account and then I don't happens to me all the time too, ma'am. I totally understand. It's because I pay my bills and then the money's not in my account anymore. And in that case, I don't go out and order a bunch of pizza. Call me crazy.
My phone to make money.
Well, you need to pay your bill now.
Okay, you have to take me to jail.
Okay. So you're not going to pay your bill?
No, I'm gonna pay my bill if I have my phone.
Are you going to pay your bill right now?
I'm gonna try.
Where's your phone?
In the bar. Probably in my bag, or sometimes it vanishes because God just does that shit to me.
I'm confused. How are you going to pay your bill with your phone?
I'm confused on how you're blaming God for you losing your phone all the time, according to her. How is that God's fault? He's doing this to you. Well, maybe be a better person.
I'm gonna ask people on Facebook to pay my bill. Morgan Wallen.
Imagine.
He does do that.
I can sit here and do it. Yeah.
Well, Pariah, we can.
Imagine racking up. I don't even know how much this bill is yet, by the way. But imagine going out to eat and then saying, I don't have any money, but I'm going to beg people. I'm going to e-beg to pay my pizza bill. Like, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. And if that's the case, if people just give you money on Facebook, maybe I need to get a Facebook account. Do people just give you money on Facebook? Can I just make a post, like start a Facebook account and make a post saying, hey, send me money, please. I can't pay my bill. And people just send it to you? That's insane.
Wait out here for it. Do you have a driver's license?
Yes, I do.
By the way, if you'd like to super chat, Zena's looking very hungry. Speaking of e-begging, if you want to send a super chat in, Zena would love it. I would love it. It's the last day of the month, so get your super chats in now.
Where's that?
In there.
And by the last day of the month, I mean the last day that I'm going to be streaming of the month. It is not the last day of the month. I do own a calendar.
All right. So
I had money in my account.
are we going to pay the bill today?
I want to.
Not with asking Morgan Wallen to pay the bill here.
Okay. My dad.
Your dad means nothing.
Do they?
To be completely honest, he means nothing.
I know. NYPD cops hate you guys too.
That's fine.
Is that true? Number two, people beg for money on Facebook all the time. I'm so glad I don't have Facebook anymore. I don't remember. I haven't been on Facebook in a very long time, years probably at this point. But I don't remember that being the case. Maybe I don't. Maybe I had just different kinds of people on my Facebook. I'm not sure, but I don't remember it being like that at all.
It doesn't matter that he's NYPD or not. Your dad is not. And
My mom can pay my bill. I went to her house to try to get it.
Okay, is your mom willing to come here and pay your bill right now?
Yes, if you call her.
Okay.
If you call her, she's not going to believe me. She thinks I'm a psycho. She's stealing my kids from me. We can trauma bond all day long, but
she wants the police to call her mom to send her money to pay this bill, because if she calls her mom's not going to believe her. I will tell you one thing for sure. If I went out to eat and accidentally forgot my wallet or accidentally couldn't pay my bill for some reason, and I called probably many people and I said, hey, can you Venmo me real quick? Or PayPal me or whatever, $34. I'll get you back tomorrow. They would, because I don't e-bag all the time. I don't e-bag all the time. It's insane to me that I wouldn't have the cops call my mom. I'd call my mom and say, hey, Ma, Venmo me real quick. And she would immediately. By the way, Mom, if anybody contacts you pretending to be me and saying Venmo me, make sure you call me, like make sure we're speaking on the phone, because there's a scam going around that people do that. Like, if I'm not going to message you on Facebook asking for money, is what I'm saying. Speak to me.
we're not going to do that.
Okay. Is this your vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Are you a registered owner of the vehicle?
Yes, I am.
You don't have anything inside this vehicle to pay your bill.
No, I have $7 on you to pay my bill.
Papa 3015 St. John's.
I saw that, Ron. I gave her a treat when you did it. I'll give her another one, though. Here, Zena, you want another treat from Ron? You did send $2, so maybe she gets 2 treats. I'm not sure. But I've missed her very much. I've been away since Thursday. Look at how tired she is. She was at my sister-in-law's house, and my sister-in-law also has 2 dogs, so there was 4 of them there, and she apparently has been playing very hard all weekend because she can barely hold her eyes open right now. Here's Zena. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate it.
Friends come and pay it for me. He will do that, but I need a phone to do that.
Florida. Okay. What's your bill? Go ahead. I'm sorry?
I can print it.
Cool. Yeah, she's sitting here trying to come up with all this stuff about how she wants to try to get them out. So we don't have to.
She wanted off. Yeah. She didn't have a car in the tree.
Well, she walked here. Like, she walked in here with no car, and then she drove off in that maroon car. So someone had to drop, like, I was like, either she's a magician, she's a movie star that's just trying to cause trouble for PR. Like, I don't know what, I just can't read it all, and I'm like, I gotta.
Larry will pay my bill.
Larry? Who's Larry?
Larry, my ex-boyfriend. All my ex-boyfriends are friends of mine. They'll pay my bill. They have jobs. But I need my.
That's a red flag. If all of your ex-boyfriends are friends of yours, I could see being friends with maybe a couple of them, but all of them, that's a red flag.
Phone to work.
I think she's just a stalker. I think she thinks they're friends with her. I'm pretty sure they're not all friends with her, but she's friends with all of them.
To call them, and my phone is dead. I can go to my house and charge it.
Do you guys want to press charges?
She can't pay her bill yet.
I can walk there.
Get her.
And leave my car here and my bag here.
Sorry, Zena.
Okay. You leave your bag here? You stay here often?
I'm a squatter.
Okay. All right. Where's your residence right now?
Right there, 130.
Which car did you come here?
In the red car.
Did she just say she's a squatter? Did I hear that right, chat? I think she just said I'm a squatter.
Okay. All right. Where's your residence right now?
Right there, 130.
Which car did you come here?
In the red car.
Okay. You leave your bag here? You stay here often?
I'm a squatter.
Okay.
She did.
Right. Where's your residence?
She's just telling the police that she's squatting in some house right down the road. Oh, spotter. What does that mean? She's a spotter. What does that even mean? I think she said squatter.
Residence right now.
Right there, 130.
Which car did you come here?
In the red car.
Just gonna use it. Perfect. Thank you.
I mean, if I was these police, I would arrest her just for the tone of voice she's using. Just this indignant tone of voice that she's using. Put her in cuffs immediately. Straight to jail.
Not gonna pay this?
No, I am gonna pay it tomorrow.
Okay, well that's not gonna help me. All right, turn around, put your money back.
Really?
Yeah.
Like one call in prison?
Yeah, that's it, number two. That's exactly it. How is she having an attitude? She's the one that can't pay her bill. Like I said, if this happened to me, I would be so apologetic. And it wouldn't happen on purpose. I think she did this on purpose, by the way. I think she knew she didn't have money and ate or ordered whatever it was. If it ever happened to me, it would be totally accidental. That I thought I had my wallet with me and for some reason I didn't have it with me. Totally accidental. Not her. And I wouldn't have this indignant attitude. I'd be so apologetic to the business owner. She's getting arrested because she's indignant, because I'm pretty sure that dude in the pizzeria, if this happened to like a normal person who wasn't this woman, he'd been like, yeah, well, leave me your watch or your ring or whatever, and then come back and pay for it, or, just something would happen. Or I would call somebody and they would send the money,
You do. You're going to jail right now for defrauding an innkeeper.
I did it for fraud.
You're failing to pay your bill.
I'm not failing to pay my bill. I need my bag so I can make some phone calls. And my pizza and my meal.
No, you're not taking that. They don't take food in jail.
Oh, I have Brendan Wood, right?
All right, 27.9 here. You already did.
Now I'm not going to get my kids
26,
back.
thank you.
Oh, now she's crying.
Thank you. Oh, that would have been bad. Do you have anything on you that's going to go into the jail?
Yes, I have a knife.
St. John's. Okay.
You should get my bag so I can call my dad.
She's still got the attitude voice.
He can pay my bill.
She's going to be 10-15.
Through the tears, she still has the attitude voice. She has not lost the attitude.
Or my mom. I'm not a defrauder.
I'm not a defrauder. I'm not a defrauder. But I'm not a defrauder.
Shit happens to me all the time.
If it happens to you all the time, you're a defrauder. I hate to break it to you.
Your friends know me.
So you said you have a knife up your...
Yes, I do. You want to come get it?
No.
Whoa, she's got a knife in her prison pocket? Is that what she said? I think I'm mishearing. There's no way.
I didn't think so, asshole.
Okay.
Doesn't work all day.
Thanks.
So you know.
Appreciate it. Holy cow.
Yeah, some more roadie for you.
No, well, there's a bunch in here. Did she buy that one from you guys?
Well, yes, she bought
Well,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then she brought these?
Yeah, those were in there.
She's got a purse full of heinies.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Austin.
Yeah, not a problem, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Want to come back?
I appreciate you.
No, for real.
Cool.
Thank you.
We were just, as we pulled up, where he said he's in training. He said, "Have you been here?" I said, "No, not yet. I need to come check it out."
Well,
So.
if you guys have a break a little bit later, your pizza's on me. Okay?
Cool.
This guy's giving out free pizzas to the cops for arresting. That's a good innkeeper, defrauding an innkeeper. That's a good innkeeper. come back on your break. We'll give you a slice. So yes, I did hear that correctly. She does have a knife hidden in her prison pocket. Also, she's got a purse full of beer. Who walks around with a purse full of beer? Yeah, this video is crazy. Thank you very much, Society Red, for sending this to me. This is a good one.
Papa 2663 St. John's. Okay. Is there a female deputy that can be 51 to us by chance? She's saying she has a signal 0 in an inappropriate place. She's on this side. Her name is Danielle.
Hi, Danielle. Hi, how are you? Shitty day. Oh, you look so pretty.
Thank you. I was going to my boyfriend's house, but I didn't want to.
So pretty to go to a.
Well, I was at the pub waiting for him to come get me.
Real quick.
Come on out, Fred. You said you got some up there?
No, I don't. I was kidding.
Well,
okay.
Not something to joke
I
about.
gotta kind of chat.
Really?
I'm not gonna do a whole.
She was joking. She was joking. She doesn't have anything up there. And the woman cop's like, well, now I gotta check. Sorry.
I was kidding.
Hey, before she does that, let me ask you. I just talked to your mom on the phone, and she said that you didn't pay your bill at some bar last night.
No, because this happens to me all the time.
Well, if you didn't have money to pay your bill last night,
I did have money. I have $7.5 million.
Okay.
All right. He's
being an asshole.
No, he's asking you a question. This is
my dad did 44 years in the NYPD. I did 20 years in the NYPD.
Okay, so
I'm retired.
No, you're not.
Do you have anything up your hoo-ha?
No.
God.
So now she's claiming she's retired from the police department? I don't believe it. Look at that. By the way, pause game strong. Right there. Ava decided to join us. We're going to give her a treat too. There she is.
I want to look.
I know. I don't.
I'm gonna check it.
I can't even.
Just at least do a pat down.
Like, I can't thing because my legs are stuck because they're chubby.
You're athletic. You're not chubby. And don't call us chubby, woman. All right, just put your stomach up there. Your dress is so cute.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
I need my bag.
Go ahead. We're gonna get it. Go ahead.
Thank you.
All right. Hang tight for me, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks.
NYPD, huh?
Yeah. She wouldn't mind terribly just hanging out until the mom gets here because she's got her kids.
The look on that cop's face at the end was priceless. All right. It is almost 9 o'clock. Should we keep going? Should I do a couple more stories? I did just get in from out of town. I'm pretty tired. I do want to show you this, though. I queued up my song was played live yesterday. So we're going to play this and then we're going to end it. And I know this is the why is there a COVID-19 warning on this? It's a concert. That's funny. I don't know what the algorithm heard, but apparently there's a There's a COVID-19 warning on this live stream, but I have it queued up. This is the outro song to my other show, but they didn't play DeSoto, so I don't have that for the Crimeland thing. But I do have this, so I want to play this. It was such a good time in Nashville. I highly suggest that if we do this again next year, y'all come out and join us. Why not? Make a trip out of it. It was fun. It was a good time. It was a great day. This live stream alone is 7.5 hours long. It's a whole festival we did. It was so much fun. So much fun. Let me turn it up. No, here we go.
Oh, yo. It's called Brain Fog. That's the name of the song. Yo.
I arranged the smoke machine, by the way. Steven was surprised by it. He didn't realize I had arranged that. And look at Jeremy's face. Might be wrong. Sorry. Look at Might Be Wrong's face. Looks pretty excited about it as well. You're welcome for the fog machine.
Yo. Yeah, everyone's soy face at that. Yo. All right, let's see. Okay. Oh yeah.
You're all good, bro.
Dude, am I?
Just do you.
It was bad though.
You do you.
I will. And you can you're right, okay. All right. To just us. So rearranged. I need my soul rearranged. I can't understand what you're saying. We're late stage in the catacombs. Shuffling a single card today. Broken table trying to play some ping pong. It's not subtle when we celebrate a magazine with the pages torn. My body cracks, knees buckling. I got a bad case of brain fog. Said I got a bad case of brain fog. So I'ma take my butt home. Take my butt home. Rearrange. Leave my soul. Rearrange. Set on soul. Take it out front, pulsating and puzzling, turn my brain into egg food gun. I struck a vein, I'm suffering, my mockingbird can't sing the same songs. My body cracks, knees buckling, I got a bad case of brain fog. Said I got a bad case of brain fog. So I'ma take my butt home. Take my butt home. Rearrange. Need my soul. Rearrange. Give it up for BG on guitar. Understand why you're late, a blank shade and not the sun. It's hard to speak through the mausoleum. This the day that I'ma take my butt home. So don't pay for my governing. It's nothing but a coat of paint on King Kong. Body cracks, knees buckling, to my brain to egg food. Said I got a bad case of brain fog. So I'ma take my butt home. Rearrange. I need my soul. Rearrange. I need some roll. I need some rain. I need my soul. Need my soul. A blank shade pointing at the sun. Shuffling a single card today. It's the day that I'ma take my butt home. I got a bad case of brain fog. I got a bad case of brain fog. So I'ma take my butt home. BG, everybody, man. Stick around for Sunset Saints. Got a couple more for you.
I bet you guys didn't know that that's like a 7.5 minute song. So funny story, when Steven here in the red created that song and gave it to me to use as my outro song for Overruled, he sends me a 7.5 minute song. I'm like, dude, I cannot have a 7.5 minute outro. That's insane. So I'm sure most of you have never heard that whole song before because I clipped the first verse and that's it. So it's like 3 minutes in and out. Easy, easy peasy. Which, by the way, 3 minutes is still kind of long for an outro song, but it's a good song. I like it. It's, my friend Steven is very talented, so I would love to play the full 7 minutes every time, but it's too much. It's too much. So now you guys have heard the whole song. The album that the song is on is being released this week. I have it on good authority, so I will be able to share my outro music. By the way, DeSoto, which is the song, the Florida Man song that I use for my Crimeland episodes, that's from his 2020 album, and that is on SoundCloud, I think, or it's in the description if you like the DeSoto song. That's been released. This is a brand new song that it was written, given to me to use as my outro, and it's not, I've been using it for like a year. It hasn't even been released yet, so you guys basically know the song already from the album before it's released. I appreciate everybody coming out to the later time slot of Crimeland. I am glad you guys were able to join me, even though I was really late. Like I said, I would have done it. I like to hit the live button at 4:30 every Sunday, but driving through mountains in a rainstorm did not seem like a good time to go live, so we're doing it now. I will see you all next week. Next week, we're going to be talking about Ezekiel Zayas, which is a dude that did some weird stuff in Hawaii, and I have a guest coming on. My guest is Cowboy Criminology. Great channel. He'll be on with me next week, August 4th. We will see you then. Thank you all for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man, Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Won't you so loco? Show off your photos, throw out your Twinkies, throw up your ho-hos, tuck in them pinkies. Them shits a no-no. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Brought to my attention by the man with the mojo. My 8 subscriber, I'm a fat go-so. Jump in them Sinkies and dump them mimosos. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto.
Looking for new thrills, needed a new track of land. I used to dig The Simpsons, man. Bumping Biggie, Pop, Smash Mouth, and Simple Plan. No scrubs for the crease in my pimples, damn. From the south streets of southeast Michigan, hitting shuffle till I settled on a different jam. And when a dime won't do, a better nickel can. And let me tell you when I used to dig them Simpsons, man. A funny thing about time, you can't get it back. A tight grip, but it rips the jacket. Slight lisp with a mix of traffic. You see about me, like Mr. Glass, always wished I was a whiz at graphics. Take me back to the past where the hits were massive. You could hear Gladys Knight and the Pips on plastic. Misfit molasses. Delete my contacts just so I can stick to glasses. Feel that skipped out, so I miss the classics. Aristotle of the bottle, Seneca of the sinful action, senator of the simple maxim. I swear for a skillful Saxon, I'm still relaxing. Who wanna take a dip in the mind sauce, making up for the time lost, forgetting all my past was when I sign off. Prime bribe, prime rib, Agent Smith, crime boss, popping red pills till my mind's off, mind's off.
First Florida man, Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Won't you so loco? Show off your photos, throw out your Twinkies, throw up your ho-hos, tuck in them pinkies. Them shits a no-no. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Brought to my attention by the man with the mojo. My 8 subscriber, I'm a fat go-so. Jump in them Sinkies and dump them mimosos. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto.
Threw up that blue pill, moved to a new track. I slew the foothills of that voodoo sap. Microfiche tape decks, I'll sift through that, cause I'll do anything to get the old Simpsons back. Give me the news that make my mood react. I'll swim through the sewer just to make it to the truth intact. And you can shine up that voodoo with new shellac. I'll still do anything to get the old Simpsons back. Imagine thinking Karl Marx is new school Klingon like Huzu. They welcome the ways they can bring on the boots, dude. Declare a major, they get paid to pollute you. Self-ashamed neighbors never gaze when they scoop you. I wonder how we fight it. The 6th step is never enter in my tent uninvited. The 5th step is produce, no skills is no use. 4th step community preference is unity. 3rd step is nation, it's somewhat location, mostly relations, that's the situation. Next step, family, patriarchal sanity. Safe under the canopy, ain't a place for anarchy. 1st step, I just got to say it, no showboat. Step back and soak up the logos.
First Florida man, Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Won't you so loco? Show off your photos, throw out them Twinkies, throw up your ho-hos, tuck in them pinkies. Them shits a no-no. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Brought to my attention by the man with the mojo. My 8 subscriber, I'm a fat go-so. Jump in them Sinkies and dump them mimosas. The first Florida de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto.